Hi guys, and welcome to Brave Dog Training Online. I'm Anita. I help you build a trusting relationship with your dog to overcome fear and reactivity. And this is Kalumi. I don't know if you see her, but she's with me today. And we're going to talk about testing boundaries. Is your dog doing that, or is it just, I don't know. What is it? So have fun. Alright, so it's kind of fitting that Kalumi is with me today and lying on my lap because she is the constant young dog. She is not developing normally because she has been castrated way too soon. So whenever you're wondering why your dog is not growing up properly, this can be a reason, because brain development is very dependent on sex hormones, and if a dog is castrated too early, brain development is seriously blocked, and some dogs never grow up entirely. That said, especially in young dogs and in adolescent dogs, people say that they are testing boundaries, like with teenagers. And this is something that strikes me as really weird, because I remember my teenage days, even though they are pretty far back right now. But I remember, and maybe you do too. Have you ever done something just because there was a boundary and you were thinking, oh, I'm testing this boundary now? That's not what happens. It's not. So dogs don't do stuff just because they are not allowed to. And not as adolescent, not as a puppy, and not as an adult dog. They just don't do that. It's more like the more a dog grows up, and when a young dog hits puberty and adolescence, they start to get interested in different things and get interested in the environment more and more. While as a puppy, they were extremely dependent on us, and we were their whole world. And now they start to explore stuff and start to experience new things, and new things become important. Like for a young male who just figured out that females are quite interesting, it's sometimes a lot more interesting to sniff and lick and whatever, do stuff with pea spots from females than doing anything with us. And that's just something that happens when hormones and brain development come together. And also, the whole phase of brain development is something that is very stressful. So the stress level of our dogs when they hit puberty is increased. That's just normal. It's the same in humans. And whenever our dogs have an increased stress level, it's our job to do stuff that is less stressful, that is, calming, that has a lot to do with just watching out for relaxation times and rest times and stuff like that, and do nothing that increases the stress level. And sometimes what we do is the exact opposite. We fight with our dogs because we have to be in control, and the things we trained before have to work exactly the same as they did before, and we have to be consequent, and we have to do that, and our dogs just aren't able to do that anymore. And if we don't just give them a break once in a while and do easier repetitions, or take a break from training and do things that are more fun, or try to create the training setting in a way that is more fun and more rewarding and stuff like that, then there's really no point doing it, because we cannot win that fight. It's no fun for us, it's no fun for the dog. The dog will learn that participating in training will result in increased stress and in, I don't know, being uncomfortable. So he will not do that anymore. And sometimes when we just take a break from things and we just let the training, not let the training slide, but do easier repetitions and create an environment that is easier for our dogs, like walking at times where not much goes on, like there are not many dogs out, there are not many people out, and we can just have a relaxed time with our dog. Then we take a lot of the stress away from us as well, because our dog's teens can be a huge pain in the ass, or not. And until now, just for my own dogs, I'm not talking about clients' dogs, I'm talking about my own dogs, I have adopted and fostered to the day four adolescent dogs, and I got them as adolescents, so in their teens, and all of them have been said, well, not all of them, 3 of them have been said that they are just untrainable, they are unadoptable, they are just, yeah, they don't do what you want. And I had 0 problems with them. 0. None. Why? Because I just don't get into the whole, oh my god, he's testing boundaries, I have to be strict. No, I want to have a good time with my dogs. Do they listen? Yes. Why? Because it's rewarding for them. They listen because it's fun. And whenever I see conflicting motivations, like there is a pee spot from a female in heat and I have a young male on a leash, then I can use it. I can say, hey, look at me. Great dog, you flicked an ear in my direction. Let's go sniff. And only ask for things the dog can really do. And yes, you have to be very observant to know what your dog is capable of in that moment. But with practice, you get there. I'm sure you do. And if you need help with your adolescent dog, or with your adult dog, or with your puppy, or it doesn't matter. If you need help, go to the description and either check out the courses or book a free call with me if you want to work directly with me. And the benefit of having help is a good trainer can just tweak a little bit or a lot and help you do management as well as training that's really well fitting for a dog that cannot do as much as he could do before puberty, or a dog that is just in a too high stress level. Because sometimes we are in a too high stress level, and that doesn't mean we're testing any boundaries. It just means we need a little time to relax. That said, I wish you an amazing time with your dog, and come next week I am on vacation, hopefully. So I'm taking a heat break, and we'll see each other in 3 weeks. And of course on Saturday, because we have another very important topic to discuss, and that's what happens if we choose the wrong dog. And yeah, that's what we'll talk on Saturday. So I wish you an amazing time. We'll see each other once more before my vacation, and then in 3 weeks. Have a great time with your dog. Have a great time with just enjoying each other, and we'll see each other in our free call. Until then, bye.